The day after I got word that Dr. King had died, I grabbed my camera and I hit the streets of Boston. And I started taking pictures. And I saw vandalism, all of that kind of stuff. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. It serves no good end. I have to do something positive. I had no other choice.
No.
I am a photographer, and probably one of the highlights in my life was to be able to photograph for Life magazine during the Poor People's Campaign, 1968, Washington, D.C.
Walk in peace.
We all hooked up together to join the Poor People's Campaign and to answer the call to build a multiracial movement of poor people in America to march on Washington, D.C.
When you get an assignment that big, you have to take inventory of yourself and your equipment. And I'd been used to seeing the big photographers, maybe 5 or 6 cameras around the neck, over the shoulders, 2, 3 gadget bags. And all of the equipment I had at that time was less than $175. It reminded me of the old adage, be careful what you pray for, you just might get it. And at the time I got it, I questioned myself, not my abilities, but my equipment. Do I have enough? Can I do this, something this large, with the little bit I have?
And we'll have.
One of the residents said when they left Marks, Mississippi, there were 12 busloads. As they were easing out of town, quietly departing Marks, Mississippi, they could see the white townsfolk running across fields with shotguns and rifles and clubs, chasing the buses. They had 2 state police, one at the beginning of the caravan and one at the end, for protection. They could look out back at their town. They saw fires. Their homes were being burned, trashed. They had nowhere else to go. They had to go forward. They had to come to Washington.
Turn back.
The idea that you could cross racial boundaries in 1968 to create a movement of poor people was nothing short of revolutionary and amazing.
Turn back. No, we'll never turn back.
Many people who came to Resurrection City and helped came, though they were risking their health. They spent money that they could use for something else, and they did the work of actually putting Resurrection City together for those of us who came to occupy it. I mean, maybe some of the people who came with me helped to build it, but I didn't see them do it. I didn't do it. I mean, somebody put that together. Those people sacrificed.
The stress of Resurrection City should not be underestimated. I mean, this was a tent city, in some places made out of wooden temporary sort of shelter. It had to withstand the elements of heat and rain and all of that. And the people who stayed there throughout that 2.5, 3 months are real heroes.
This is a mostly black encampment, but not totally. There were Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, Mexican Americans, poor whites were all there.
There would be groups like the Blackstone Rangers from Chicago and the Memphis Invaders and the Black Panther Party and a number of Native American nations that would be represented, white people from Appalachia. and a coalition of literally hundreds of organizations.
The people came there, some only had what they could carry. They got there, and thanks to the goodness of the human spirit, they got clothes, they got food, they got medical care.
In addition to the people who were in Resurrection City, there was great support from middle-class people, from white, black, all other kind of people for what happened at Resurrection City. So that the population there was very much supported by people who are outside of Resurrection City. When we're able to get those kind of interests working together, we can make big differences.